What it is, what it is, what it is. I'm finna talk about my experience working with my homeboy in his box truck, moving furniture out of state. Nah, you know what I mean? I was just a jit, and my homeboy came at me with some money, talking about, hey man, you wanna make a few $100s to go move some furniture and stuff with me out of state. So I like, yeah. So you know what I mean? He was like the company was gonna pay me good and everything. So he just needed me for this one particular move. So I like, yeah, I'm with it. So boom, around 12 o'clock that night that we was supposed to leave, he was already outside in the truck. You know what I mean? Everything was already packed in the truck. It was packed all the way up, big box truck. So you know what I mean? We I get in the truck, we take off, boom. I fall asleep about 30 minutes of the nigga riding, and I fall asleep and don't wake up like 5 or 6 hours later when we off in Georgia. The nigga wake me up about 6 in the morning. So you know what I mean. We ride from Orlando. So boom, when we get to Georgia, you know what I mean. It's like the crack of dawn. You know what I mean. So boom. We keep riding. We go get some breakfast. Went to this little it wasn't a Cracker Barrel, but it was a little store, but they sold uh, old school food, like home school, like soul food, but it was like white people cooking it. You know what I mean? But it was the real shit. You know what I mean? Like what they was giving out, you could never get that much stuff in Florida, like real pancakes, like 4, 5 pancakes stacked up, big grits and stuff like that, 3, 4 sausages. All this right there in the stove, and you can sit down and eat. So I remember doing that, having breakfast there, and we slid, and you know we was getting up because we was going to from Florida up into one of the cities in Tennessee. We was going to Tennessee. So, you know what I mean? We were dropping the furniture off at somebody's house. So, boom. This nigga tell me, hey, man, you want to go to Alabama? Cause where we riding at, we riding up like, I want to say riding up 19 or 275 or something. You know what I mean? So, you know, nigga like you want to go to Alabama. Now we in the company box truck. He driving, so shit, I can't say no. So this nigga hit a detour while we ride, and the company done gave us money. Like we got back in the days before it was phones and shit, you had to have a map. When we first left, we grabbed a map. We bought a map so we can look at the stuff and map out the way to get out there. Because back then you had to use a map. It wasn't no GPS, none of that. You had to get direction. So, you know, we had a whole bunch of money in our pocket. Like the driver, he got almost $1,000 on him for fuel, and he had money for hotels and shit for like 2, 3 nights. And there's ways that they can steal the money and money to eat with. Like the whole trip paid for by the company. So you know what I mean, and they paying for you too, and you getting paid hourly. So, but you know all the money that you don't use, you got to bring it back. You know what I mean? That's in the envelope. It's just in case if something go real wrong, they give you some backup money, but they give you about $500 just to ride up there between the motels and the food and 2 people and shit like that. But yeah, back to the story. So, you know, we slide to Alabama. We went to damn what that city was. It was on the edge, man. I wanna say Lafayette. Lafayette, Alabama. It's a town called that, and it's a black town. And you know, we ride through there, and you know, the nigga see a chick, so he see a chick. You know what I mean? 'Cause we looking for chicks, but we in the big truck. I don't know the nigga looking for chicks, but you know, every little chick we see, he'll like point them out and shit. You know what I mean? But knew we was about some project. I seen some project looking shit. I seen an old box Chevy out there with some rims and the candy paint, but it looked like it ain't moved in a while. But you know, I knew we was in the hood, and this nigga picked up a girl. He stopped and went to the house and started talking to the girl, bro, and pulled her. So about 5 minutes later, we go in the chick house, meet a family and everything. That's how easy it was. He was like, some hoes up there. Sure enough. So we went up in that bitch. We talked to their family for about 5 minutes, and the girl left with us. So boom. Tell you no lie, man. We got the chick. We riding. This nigga found a motherfucking Walmart, bruh. Pulled up. I think we was in the 28 foot or whatever, 26 foot or whatever, one of them big boys. This nigga went and moved all the furniture back and lifted the truck, the back up open, closed that bitch in, and was fucking the whole. I'm in the passenger seat. I hear feeling the car jump up and down and shit. So the nigga get through. I think we take the whole back home, and then we get back riding. This nigga here, he goggling and shit, spitting out water and shit, talking and shit. And, you know, we had got back on the road because he was like the time limit that we had. He knew the time we had in between. He knew we could get over there and get back. So the next morning we slid on through Atlanta, and then we made it up to when we got to Atlanta. We down there ran out of gas, I want to say. So we had to go. The company only got fuel from one company, so we had to go find this particular gas station, and we had no GPS, just a map, man. We circled this place for about 45 minutes to an hour till we found it. We was right around the corner from it. We finally got fuel and slid up to the place where the house was. So boom, we made it there. I think we made it up there the next day, did we? We might have made it up there the same day, but when we got there, it was like frost on the ground, man. It was a fucking country ass town in the middle of nowhere. People had moved up there, retired old white people, and you know what I mean. Kind of find out, bro, and this dumbass nigga damaged the whole load, bro. These people a whole house. These people paid so much money, and when he went and fucked that hole, he already didn't load the shit right, but when he went and fucked the hole up in the truck, in the late night in the flatbed, I mean in the box truck, he moved all this shit and damaged everything, bro. And them people had insurance on this shit. This nigga didn't even get a paycheck, bro. He ended up owing them money, bro. I got paid and everything, man. Literally everything we took off the truck and was putting up in the house. The people was examining it, and all the fucking wood and shit. They had like old china, all that shit had been scratched and broken up and shit on the edges and shit, man. Them people took pictures and wrote all that shit down, man. I mean, it was a fucking serious bad situation. Piano, the people had a piano. We had to move it, me and him. That shit was so heavy, bro. I don't know how they put all that in that. And then me and him had to move it. about 400 pounds. But we did it, and that bitch was damaged. We got all that shit in the people house, shit that didn't even fit, bro. We found a way to get it in there. And, you know, the nigga didn't get paid for that there with peace of mind.